Very shiny, very demure. Just joking. So, oh shoot, I just tripped. My best friend's name is Sarah, so.
Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. As you might notice, I'm wearing a new hoodie. I designed this one and I'm selling it on Broke Joke Sisters because you know what 2025 is? This is my comeback year and I'm gonna live by this. Comeback queen. So as you can tell from the title of this video, we are doing a Valentine's Day dress today and I'm really excited to share this dress with you guys. It was a lot of work, but it was really fun to do, knowing that I was gonna get a pink vibe tulle, you know what I mean? This is the fabric we're working with today and this is what I have left over. I already made the dress, I already filmed it, so I'm after, okay? This is me after it exists. And let me tell you, I'm excited. So I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Enjoy watching me make this dress. Maybe you can learn something from it. But if you have any questions or you just want to express how much you love dressmaking, please leave me a comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. Honestly, it just makes my day when I get comments. Please don't hesitate to do it. Do it. I see it. I see them all. This is my first dress of the year. So hence, comeback queen. And in case you noticed my absence, I was sick somehow throughout like all of January up until the last week. So I managed to make this dress. I had to put off the dress I was gonna make and we'll have to do that later. But anyway, enjoy today's video. Stick around to the end to see the reveal. I had a lot of fun doing the reveal, so I just hope you love the whole video. I hope you guys will watch all of it and enjoy it and have a great time. But without further ado, let's get to... Let me think this through. Let's get to the video. Welcome again. Okay, wait, we already did a welcome. Well, this is my second welcome. I am finally overcoming my sickness. I had multiple sicknesses. It was a disaster. The worst month of my life in a while, but we are here and we are okay, and it's time to start on, unfortunately, not the January plans because I have run out of time. I will try to get this video out as early as I can. I have no idea when this is going to be posted. I just know it's going to be Valentine's Day at some point. So supplies. Let's talk supplies. So I like pulled out every like pink. A lot of it like salmon looking color pink. Then there's this like champagne beige or whatever color that is. And we got more pinks. A lot of these are like thrifted. We found all these pinks. However, none of them seemed to go well with the main fabric. The more I looked at this fabric, I kept thinking I see a pink tint. Like I'm feeling like it's like rose gold and I'm thinking it's so pretty, but I see this pink tint, but every time I put it next to pink, the pink is lost and this just seems too bright. It's not too bad. Now, of course, my idea is going to have a lot of gathers, and I thought that's not too bad. It's kind of pretty, actually. But I went to Joann, which they're going to be closing. It was kind of a sad reality. And I thought I'm going to find something that's more of like this champagne, if possible, have a blush feel to it as well. That's what this bag is for. Oh, shoot. I just dropped. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this was my other option for a Valentine's Day dress, but I think I might be doing two dresses. Let's get the fabric out so you guys can see. Oh, and also I got these snap buttons. The New Year's Eve dress, the way it was on the back was just opened up and I didn't have time, you know, sew on like some button or whatever, but I just thought to myself like snap buttons would be so good to just snap it closed. Finding this color right here was the hardest thing of my life. One is this one. Look at that. Very shiny, very demure. Just joking. The one that I think I liked more, though, I don't know, it's hard to tell in the store. Now I'm kind of worried. The lady at Joann gave me this for remnant price. So instead of $8 a yard and I only wanted 1 yard, this was all $6. I was like, thank you. Look at that. What do you guys think? It gives it a shine though, you know? I love these hearts. I really do. I don't want to screw this dress up. I have this bag of fabric from LA and one of these satin ones are supposed to be used to line this fabric. Yes, I got the infamous pearl tulle a long time ago in LA, was too afraid to use it, so I've had it this whole time. It looks like I bought this fabric to line it with, and then somehow, I don't know where this came from, but I have this big chunk a fabric that I bought at some point, and I don't remember when or where, but it exists. So we're going to line these. One of them's a little bit lighter than the other, as you can probably tell. This would be another option. Wait, but like, that is cute, isn't it? Shoot. I just thought maybe it was like too different of a color, but now I'm like, wait, but that contrast could be super cute. Shoot. I bought all that fabric for what? I mean, I could return it, but at the same time I could use it. Shoot. Okay, we're gonna line up all the options. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna send it to my friend and I'm gonna ask her for her opinion. Or maybe I'll ask you guys, I don't know. Well, actually it would be too late by now, but maybe I'll just take a picture. I think the pink wins. Okay, so I have put up all 3 options. Here's the pink, and you can guess if you want that I actually am really loving this pink now. The more I look at it, the more I love it. Off to the side is the more like champagne underneath. It's not bad, it looks pretty. And then in the middle is that other one. I'll probably have 3 layers of tulle. As you can see, I got my 3 options here. This is the bolt that I was considering, but I don't know. Compare it to something like that and you see pink, right? So I know pink is there. Now, how do they do this? I'm loving it already. I'm loving this pink. I'm just thinking it's gonna be good on the pink. I think we're settling with pink here. Pink with pink with pink. What do we think? What do we think about pink with pink? There's like the pink tulle under it. It still looks good with the other ones, but I think the pink is the winner. So look at this mess on the ground. This combo is more Valentine's Day for me. Oh my gosh, I'm breathing hard because I'm still a little bit congested. I'm just like, okay, it's settled. We're doing pink. I was gonna use another pattern, but I decided that I would actually just make my own. It's a new day. I didn't get much done yesterday, but so what I'm doing is lighting this back up because I don't want to waste all of this tape because I put in so much work. I'm still congested if you can't tell, which is very annoying. It was a lot of work to put this together. We're gonna reuse it basically. This was what I was gonna use for the Barbie dress, but yeah, I ended up not doing my own pattern and tried to make my life easier at the time. I drew in all of the lines for the style that I wanted, and I wanted it to be shaped kind of like a heart. So I was trying to round out the cut part and trying to use my ruler and everything, and anyway, eventually I just freehanded it, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to do a V on the waist, and so I just kind of played around with like where I wanted the lines, and then once I settled on that, that's when I put the red tape. The red tape doesn't stick very well, so eventually I put on some like stronger tape to kind of hold it into place, but at first I need to make sure I got all my lines the way that I wanted them. Alright, so that's what I'm thinking, and then just the back will be at a V shape to create, it kind of mimics the front anyway, but that way I can put lacing in the back because you know I love corset looks. This red tape doesn't stay, so we're just going to reinforce it with this hardcore tape. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? I'm gonna label them center, side, front, I'll just call it, and then this one's side, front, side, back, center, back. What's up and down? This is all we need for today. When I do this red tape, I actually just cut right in the middle of the red. I'm really happy with how this pattern turned out, and I honestly will probably use it in the future. So I ended up transferring it over to this freezer paper that I happen to have, and it actually worked really well. It's a nice thickness to it. The first thing I did was trace each piece, and then I added a 1 centimeter seam allowance because that's typically what I work with, but you would be able to add whatever seam allowance you wanted if you were doing this method. It is a little bit slower than scanning the pieces and putting them on the computer and digitizing them, but I'm sure I could show you guys how I do that in a later video. However, I think this is a great way to do something if you don't have a computer but you really want to make a pattern. As you can tell, I did everything by hand, from tape on the dress form to putting it on this paper, so no computers or printers required to do this method. Alright, the pattern is made. I just basically added seam allowance to all of these pieces from the dress form. And then I made sure to transfer over the grain lines. Yay! Now we're gonna cut it, test it out on some fabric. So wish me luck.
The paper rolled really easily, so I just tried to like roll it the opposite way, and it kind of helped straighten it out. I didn't really feel like trying to iron or anything like that. Actually, later I ironed the pieces individually and it still didn't help. So maybe the paper is not the best, but still.
Well, it's time for lunch. This is a dupe of one of my favorite acai bowl places in town. This is called the Australian Outback from Yumberry Bowl. I make it myself at home. I forgot to put the bananas before some of the toppings, so the bananas look very plain, but underneath that is the yummy goodness of honey and granola, almonds, chocolate chips. It's so good. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna take a lunch break and then we'll get back to it. Okay, what I'm gonna do next is use this fabric, which is technically what I could use for lining. If the pattern comes out well, I won't be wasting my time. Plus, I figured this would make it more realistic, you know, what to expect. So I'm gonna cut it up and then sew it together and we'll see how it turns out. I love it.
Okay, what is up with this face? I don't even know.
I probably would clip this part just to like make sure it doesn't get all wonky. I think since it came out so well, we're gonna go ahead and use it as the lining, because why spend more time creating the same thing when this actually came out pretty good? I don't mind it. We're gonna keep it. So what I'm gonna do is add some boning to this piece. I'm gonna do the sew on Ridgeline kind. In the back, right here, I have a 1-inch seam allowance. I just did that just in case. That allows some possibility of making it nice and thick for, hold on, let me show you. This is rose gold that I found online, grommets, rose gold grommets. Like, how pretty are these? I'm excited. The color will be perfect with this. You see what I mean? So I was gonna just do loops. I normally would have done loops, but I'm kind of wondering if grommets might be better. I generally believe that loops are more elegant and grommets are a little bit more, I don't even know, retro. I don't know the right word for it, but with something elegant, I always pictured the loops. So I do have the option of doing loops. I actually was thinking it would be really pretty to have tulle to like lace it up with, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. After I put down the Ridgeline boning down, I'm just gonna put them down each seam line, sew it straight on, and then we're going to work on the outer fabric. Yay!
For the boning in the middle of the bodice, I actually just sewed down the seams. That way I can just insert the boning into the middle, just because I didn't want to create, I don't know, like 2 lines and stuff. And then for the rest of them, I put the boning straight on. For the satin layer, I laid out the fabric and cut it, you know, just like any normal bodice and everything, but I ended up doing it all off camera. So once I got it together, I then decided to line it up with the structured bodice, and you'll see why.
This layer, the little satin layer, it's really flimsy. I had to attach it to that other layer, the structure layer that I made. So the plan is to make a whole new lining layer. Basically this is gonna play as inner lining, which actually is kind of makes sense. I grabbed some of this tulle. It looks like they go mainly this way. Oh, that'd be cute if that one lined up right there, wouldn't it? I'm so excited because this fabric is so cute. So I was thinking like, in a sense, it would like gather and kind of like go towards the center, but I can't say I know that that's gonna be like a good idea. It's a new day. This is one potential idea as well. I really don't know right now, and I'm just feeling like it loses that look to it that has the lines going in. So we will see if there's another way to go about this.
I went ahead and sewed another layer of that cotton fabric so I could have some sort of lining.
So I'm gonna try this unique little technique here.
Okay, so you're not confused. I decided to do a different method, and I wanted to play around with separating the pieces by kind of doing a stripe, and you'll see how I go about that. But basically I needed all of the satin pieces separate, and we did a whole new layer for an outer bodice, and we're gonna ignore the draping.
Because I tried every way to gather this heart fabric and I was not a fan. Shout out to my bestie who mentioned maybe using other tulle. I wasn't sure how to incorporate that, and so then I thought I would just test it. So I actually have the heart fabric underneath and then this layer of gathered tulle that like gathers towards the middle, because I wanted it to feel like it had a lot of tulle layers to kind of give it that soft look and not just like a flat tulle on solid, because then it wouldn't go really well with the gathered skirt. This is the middle piece of the bodice. We have another layer here that's gonna go right on top, and I want it to be where this heart here, right in the center, and then its matching little heart down here is also in the center. And you see how it gives like kind of 3D like. So we're gonna put that down. We're gonna at least flatten this tulle layer because some of these little hearts are like bent funny, so this will help. I wanted to, like I said, base stitch it on. Oh gosh, don't lift up. Oh my gosh, it lifted up.
After I base stitched it and got it like really nicely lined up, I then was able to sew the pieces together, and as you could see, I ended up going back and forth between these decorative pieces and then just plain satin, and you'll see as I put that together, see that pattern alternating. I was like, you know what, let's just go with it. Let's try something new, something fun. Actually, it's a very similar method that I used in my wandering dress, where I had some layers just like I'm showing you here, where it's layered with chiffon in that case and then plain satin. And I feel like it's a fun thing to play with, so I guess it'll be my little signature move here. Anyways, you can see I was chopping off all the extra whenever I worked on those layers, and it was really satisfying to get it lined up, base stitched on. I just base stitch it with my sewing machine because I was like, why the heck not? It pinned really nicely and it basted really easily using my sewing machine, so we went along with it. And then I attached all the pieces as I went along, and anyway, we eventually got the bodice, and I was really excited and really stoked about it, and here it is. Off camera, I connected it to the rest of the bodice and the lining and all of the layers, and then I cut and chopped and was able to flip it over. I was able to see it all come together right here. I think it was too many layers in the end. It's fine, whatever. I understitched it. That was really hard to do, and when I was done, I was like, oh my gosh, Stephanie, the hard part is over. And then this thing kind of happened. I was like, why is it like puffing out? Which is just the way it was like lined up, how many layers I did, and the outer bodice not structured. It was stiff because of the interfacing. You know what, you live and you learn, and I just enjoy learning. So in the end, it wasn't too bad. Actually, I don't even think anyone even noticed that at the photo shoot. So yeah, but at this moment, I was like, I don't know about that. The structured layer was hidden underneath with the boning, and then there was like extra lining. I don't know, a lot was going on. And then that's the back of the dress. This whole shot, I thought that I was recording audio, but I wasn't. So I'm just kind of telling you what I see here. I'm talking about how I'm thinking of making loops with the fabric, and then I was like, you know what, never mind. I think we're gonna do grommets because I think that's a little bit less work. Which, plot twist, it wasn't. It wasn't less work, but that's fine. So I lined up the little grommet size that I wanted and decided how many I wanted. I was like, you know what, that's a little too much. Let's do 7 of them. And you know what, 7 has always been the lucky number when it comes to grommets or loops. It's either 7 or 5 for some reason. That is exactly what I end up with. And then I was really mad at this little buttonhole thingy that's supposed to like evenly space it. It was not evenly spaced, so I had to do a lot of math. Eventually I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do one side and then we will copy over the loop placements, or not loop placements, the grommet placements to the other side. So this is where things got really tough. And I was struggling because there were way too many layers, not to mention that 1-inch seam allowance that I definitely didn't need here was just adding even more layers. So it's like all the layers were like doubled at this point. And I really regret that. I would not recommend doing that many layers. I didn't need to keep that much on the seam allowance, but whatever. I put my all into this. Actually, I eventually figured out a better way, which was to place the grommet machine on the floor and use not only my strength but my body weight to really get those holes for the other side. But before I figured that out, I struggled cutting and all that. So once I got the grommets on, I was like, sweet, I can finally do it. Also, fun fact, if you really look closely, you will see that one of the grommets is put in wrong, and that was my bad, but that's fine. So anyway, the holes were a lot easier to do the second time around when I was able to really push down on the grommet machine to cut the holes. But anyway, I was able to nicely place all of the rings in and smash that grommet machine. And finally, we got all of them done. At this point, it felt like I was never gonna make it to the skirt, but we made it! We made it! Ugh. Hello. This is what all the cool YouTubers do in their videos when they are all working on the floor, right? I did the math for my model, or really anyone who could fit this size. I did 4 times her waist, and I got the radius for that because I'm going to create 2 half-circle skirts from this fabric. And then we're going to attach it in the back. And the front is going to be an open slit. I'm going to put shorts. Well, like, I'm going to attach shorts. I don't know what I'm saying. The tool, the pink tool, I want to do 3 layers. I will be doing it half circle skirt at a time. Let's get off the floor and get it done. I talk too much.
Oh, I'm like out of breath from that. Since the hearts are going a certain way, I'm gonna have to do the waist part right here. The fold is right there. I need to do the same exact thing with this. You just roll it, but it only goes one way, so fold it there. I don't want to walk on it, but it's the easiest way. And then just cut that off. Now we're gonna get 2. I'm like out of breath, and I need 6 of them. So we're gonna do 3 more. Now I'm going to open them up. Actually, since it's only 54 inches, I might have to gather this tool a little bit less. I'm gonna have to do it separately.
You guessed it, at this point I was really exhausted. Oh my gosh, going back and forth, and I could barely see this tool on the ground. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying, but a lot of hard work and dedication went into getting these skirt pieces cut, and you know, hey, it ends up paying off, but it was just, this tool sucks, okay? Like, most tools are a little complicated to work with, like sometimes, you know, just but this tool in particular, I was not a fan of. I don't know, this particular brand. I would get the nicest tool you can, honestly. And this is how I do the measurements, by the way. It works out really well. I just pin the edge or the very top of my tape measure to the corner, and then I just cut along the amount of measurement that I needed it at.
Comeback Queen is here. The hoodie's back on. It's a new day, and unfortunately I knew that I wouldn't be able to finish this in time to shoot today. I kind of lost the model because like she's gonna be gone for about a week and a half, and I want to get this out on YouTube. So I reached out to someone else. Obviously you're watching this video now, so it got sorted. I don't know who the model is though. So I hung the tool. I'm gonna need to steam this, that's for sure. Today is just such a slow start, but like I'm so close. The little heart up here didn't do too well, but oh well. You know, it's the first time doing this design using this combo of fabric. Thing that I probably would change is adding structure to this layer instead of in between. It's just the fabric is a little stiff. So I feel like it needed to be the structured layer. And that's what I normally do, but I didn't this time, so it's whatever. So I'm going to create one big circle skirt. Right now we just have 2 half circles. You know what? I think what I could do for the front pieces is just like do a rolled hem, just so it looks nice and clean, because right now we have this salvaged end, but if I roll it in and sew it down, it'll be much cleaner looking. But otherwise, we are going to attach French seams to one side, not to each other, not to itself. Let me make sure I got that. Wrong sized. Yeah, cool. I lined it up. It's gonna be very pretty, I hope. No, it will be. It will be. Okay. It's been a long journey here. Just realized that I got something on my shirt. I'm guessing it's from dinner. Not my shirt, but my Comeback Queen hoodie. And just a little reminder, Comeback Queen hoodie is available at brokejokesisters.com. There's a couple of other color choices. This is my personal favorite. It's my color. Anyway, be sure to get yours if you feel like you are also gonna be a comeback queen this year. Comeback Queen came to me when I was just thinking about a long time ago. I had a really rough summer. I was doing an internship at a church when I lived in Southern California. Long story short, I faced a lot of trials and I eventually came back to my internship because I missed a lot of days, and they knew that I was going through something hard, but I didn't give up. Went back and did it. Even with school, when my dad died, I was like, no, I'm gonna go back to school and I'm gonna keep going because that's what my dad would have wanted. So a lot of times in my life, people had said like, you are the comeback person, you know, like you always make a great comeback and stuff. And that really hit home for me at the time. With everything I've been through and how many times I've been trying to get my YouTube going, I still don't give up. And in 2025 is like, it's gonna be my comeback. I'm like, no, we're gonna succeed on YouTube. We're gonna get monetized. We're gonna get our dresses out there, designs out there. We're gonna make it happen. Anyway, speaking of, so I made shorts. I'm not 100% on them. I still have to hem the bottom part. And I just realized that. They're really thin, but I think they're gonna be okay. I don't know. Have this test piece. I was thinking of using the decorative stitch with hearts. It looks really cute and still allows the stretch. I think I should fold in and hem the bottom first, and then we'll do that. So I'm gonna do that really quick.
At this point in the project, I was getting so tired just trying to get this done by a deadline that I forgot to record half of the things that I did after this point, but I did so on the skirt. I just gathered it and evenly distributed it by hand, and then I did the tulle layer where I just stacked 3 half circle skirts and gathered them all on one half of the dress, and then I got the other 3 and gathered them on the other half, and I didn't have to stitch any of that together because it's just free whatever on the bottom, which is what I love about tulle.
Oh my gosh, what a journey. Guess what? So I decided to keep the shorts separate. I can easily throw them in the mix, but for now we're gonna keep them separate. They look like pajama bottoms. I found a new model, so hopefully that works out. She's gonna like confirm tonight. We're gonna flip it. Oh, I gotta flip like the entire thing actually. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see this. Oh my gosh. It is looking super fluffy. So good. Okay, we're gonna do a little snap on the back. I think I might do an elastic on that top part, maybe. I don't know. And it opens up. Stick your hand in there. Oh, there we go. There's the slit. It is so freaking cute. Now all I have to do is the sleeves, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the dress form. I don't even know what to lace it with. Maybe I'll just pin it for now. I gotta find some pink ribbon. Okay. It's looking so cute. It just needs dramatic sleeves. Okay, I'm just flipping out right now. Alright, next we're going to work on the sleeves, and I want to do like a balloon, but I want it to start off skinny. Well, it'll be like bunched up because it'll have an elastic, and then balloon out. So I'm guessing the pattern is going to be kind of like this, and then probably a curve to it. It'll look kind of like a bell. So we're going to test it first because I don't trust that I'm going to do it correctly. I do have this random white fabric, so I think we're just going to go ahead and test it on this fabric. Okay, let me make space on my cutting board. Fun fact, this shirt I'm wearing is actually size 2X, which is like much bigger than my size, but it's like really cute. It has buttons on the back, but it keeps falling off my shoulder and irritating me. Little hack I did here, I literally safety pinned it to my sports bra. There, now it won't fall off. So let's do this. Let's do this. This is the fabric we'll use. We're just gonna like take a guess. Okay, this goes right to the wrist bone. We want it to go all the way down. So I imagine if it poofs out and then goes back in, we're gonna need it a little longer, right? Especially since I kind of want to ruffle up above. We're doing this again because I made it pretty much is doing what I think, but it's short. I realized something though. See how it curves up? So I had lost inches on the length and I didn't even think of that. I kind of did think of it, to be honest, but I didn't thoroughly think about it to where I'm like, wait, I should change it. I was like, oh well, we'll see when we make it. Like, I just wasted my time, whatever. Where is my pencil? Oh, it's hidden under this arm. So I'm gonna create that little curve again. And now I'm going to measure 22 inches up from here. Okay, and then we'll do the line up here. But now we want to get this slanted. Act like it's like a poof and then it goes inwards. Okay, I'm getting like 18 or 19. This would be the poof. So we want to see, is that going to be that length? We're getting 22. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about it. That 22 needs to be this length. Okay, this made it significantly longer, so you know what? We're gonna go with that. And then if I feel like it's a little too long, we have the pattern though. Oh, what I wanted to say is this one is a straight line, but I'm thinking of doing it curved, kind of like that. All right, let's try that. Okay, sorry, didn't mean to scare you. So, oh shoot, I just tripped. So after a lot of testing, I undid it because it was great. I love it. It's perfect. So we have the pattern here. I have it on a fold. I'm just gonna copy this exactly. I might bring this in a tad. Could be everything. All right, now I'm gonna get the fabric. We gotta make 2 of these, so we're gonna do 2 on a fold. Alright, this is how much fabric we have left, which is plenty for the sleeves. I know July is gone. You make me feel at home in the neon glow. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the pink tulle because I want to make sure that the sleeves here puff up and they have the same look as the skirt. So I'm going to do probably just 2 layers of it, and I'll basically do that by stacking the tulle 4 times. I'm gonna do that off camera and then we'll put it together. Maybe this is the season of love. It's the next day, it's the day of the shoot, but I need to layer 2 of these on top of 1 of these. Get it on the inside.
Okay, so I layered 2 layers of the pink tulle on top of the hearts fabric, and then I put wrong sides together, sewed that down, chopped it off, created channels for the elastic, and then French seamed it closed.
Alright, it's packed and I gotta go. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. Maybe this is the season of love. The fabric was really fun to work with, but it was hard on the bodice. I had a ton of, as you could see from watching the video, I had to change a couple of things around, but in the end, I think that it turned out as something unique to itself. I was pulling from the New Year's Eve dress style. I wanted to do something similar. I wasn't sure about the shorts. They took me like a whole day to figure out because I was like not in the mood the day I did the shorts. But I think it came out pretty great, and I hope you guys liked it. Again, please leave a comment down below if you enjoyed the video, or if you have a question, or even if you just want to tell me you're excited for the next dress, because I'm excited for the next dress. And if you're excited for the next dress, you better stick around, because I think I can squeeze in one more Valentine's Day dress. Maybe. You still have time. So we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and if I don't squeeze in a Valentine's Day dress, I still hope you guys have a wonderful February. And if you celebrate Valentine's Day, I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day. I know I love it. I love all the hearts and all the pink, and also I have a husband, and hopefully we can go out for dinner and have a nice little romantic dinner. Maybe, depending if we have a babysitter. But, if we don't have a babysitter, then, well, family Valentine's Day trip. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your guys' day or week or month or whatever, or whenever you're watching this. I love you all, and I can't wait for the next one. So I better go so I can start on the next one, aka edit this video. But anyway, love you guys. Bye.